The biggest mistake that we see recurring revenue companies make is assuming that the growth engine sits with the new acquisition sales team. With recurring revenue companies, your growth engine is actually going to sit with the teams that own everything after that initial sale is made.
And this expansion focus is critical because recurring revenue comes from recurring impact. It's not about winning more new logos. It's about growing with the customer through cross-sell, upsell, and even renewal, growing with them.
That's exactly right. Once you get past that $2 million, you have to focus on retention and growth. And that starts by making sure that your customers get off on the best possible foot right after that initial sale is made.
Let's break that down. Onboarding is the most important step of setting your customer up for success. Onboarding ends with something called first impact. How is that defined?
That's exactly right. Your sales team is going to have some idea about what impact the customer is looking to achieve. And in the sales to CS handoff, you want to make sure that all that information makes it to the CS team so that the customer kickoff can focus on making sure that they validate what that impact is that they're looking to achieve and can set a milestone for what first impact looks like.
And this is being all rooted in a strong handoff between sales and customer success that focuses on Spiced. You get the handoff by understanding at first, what is the customer? What kind of customer? What are the pains they had? And this focus on impact right from the get-go is what makes the customer experience so strong right from the beginning.
Once you get that first impact, then you want to focus on how do we get more of this? How do we create that flywheel of recurring impact ongoing and make sure that we're always listening for anything that's going to take us off track from achieving that impact, or listening for opportunities to provide more impact through expansion, selling more of the same thing, anything along those lines.
And this is where we focus on adoption. Adoption is the application of a strategic mindset that's based off of the joint impact plan. The customer cares about first what their impact is. The joint impact plan is the path that both our team will do, our company, and what the customer's team will do to achieve very specific milestones. What's the biggest mistake that CS teams make during this phase?
The biggest mistake that CS teams make during the adoption phase is making assumptions and not listening. Making sure that you don't assume that your customer is always happy and that you know everything going on with the account. You want to use your touch points to make sure you're validating, this is what I think your situation is, what has changed? This is what I think the pain is that you are feeling that we're working to alleviate. Is that still the case? And this is the impact that we're looking to achieve. Is this still true? And listening to the responses. Once you can do that, you can make sure that you're listening for any changes to the account, any issues that come up, and of course, any opportunities.
And that's related to expansion. When we're trying to get into that next phase, we know that many teams have a different person responsible for adoption and expansion. And if there's not a clear handoff or communication between those teams, it sets us up for failure. So strategically collaborating internally with certain key stakeholders at the customer is the missing piece for many organizations. What else do we need to know about this phase?
You want to make sure that everyone touching that customer account is listening for opportunities to provide more impact. You want mindset to be around identification and delivery of impact, not strictly on expansion. That will be an outcome. But if everyone is focused on delivering impact, which is necessary because a customer is not going to spend more money with you if they're not getting impact that they were trying to get in the first place. You want everybody focused on delivering that impact, but listening for other changes to the account that identify opportunities to provide even more impact.
The action you can take right now is making sure that everybody has a shared understanding of what that impact is, defining it in both terms of rational impact, like the money, either they help create more money, revenue, or they save on cost. Or there's an emotional impact that helps improve their customer experience or their employee experience. But just focusing on renewals or NPS scores with the customer is not enough. It's not a nice to have for post-sales organizations today to just try and make the customer happy. The root of successful recurring revenue businesses is focused on helping their customer actually achieve the impact.
And if you do that, recurring revenue comes from recurring impact. So get everyone focused on that. Make sure all of your touch points line up around impact. And then you'll set up your growth engine as your flywheel and you'll be ready to go.